Hey everyone, this is Oztech, and after a long 5 months of not posting anything, I'm happy to announce that I'm going to start posting game development videos again and get back to keeping you updated. I don't want to go into deep detail of why I've been gone for so long because it'll probably take up a big chunk of this video if I um, explain it too much. But to sum it up, for about 1 month, I took a break from coding and for the rest of the time, I was actually coding, but I felt like I didn't want to show you anything until it was 100% finished, or mostly finished. But now I realize that the point of this channel isn't to post finished projects, but it's to show development of games and the progress leading to a finished game. And again, I don't want to go into deep detail. Um, Maybe I'll explain further in another video, but if you're curious of some of the things that I did do during the 5 month time, I'll try to post some screenshots and extra info below. So anyway, for the past 4 days from now, I've been working on a brand new project, um, currently called Rhythm Rider, which is another rhythm game. But unlike my previous rhythm game, Beat Tapper, the mechanics that I'm going for is similar to Beat Hazard and TouHou, whereas Beat Tapper was more focused on a Dance Dance Revolution style. Before I show some footage, I'd like to talk about what I've been doing for 4 days towards the project. One of my main problems with every single game project that I've made was that in the end I either lost motivation, decided to quickly wrap it up just to finish, or which happened the most to me, end up with some huge mess from just constantly adding on to a project. So a good chunk of the time went into making a Google document displaying the mechanics of the game, the art style, goals, and even a to do list, which really helps with staying on track and not adding on to the project. And it just feels really good to check off something on the list, so it's really good for motivating you to actually finish the project. So, after I had the pretty good idea of what I wanted to make, it was time to finally code. So the main part of this game is the ability to actually detect beats. So at first I decided to go with the approach that I went with Beat Tapper, very simple and only detecting beats based on volume. And I'm going to talk more about this soon in this video, so don't worry. So after I had what I thought was a good enough beat detection system, it was time to actually work on the menu of the game. I usually don't take this approach because usually the menus are the last thing that I code. But for one, it's a music game, so part of the game is actually being able to select a song. But also, doing menus are usually boring for me, and it usually actually makes me stop working on the game because if I already did all the fun game logic work, the menu is just so boring that I just don't want to work on it anymore. So instead, I'm working from most boring to the fun game logic with enemies and bullets and all the mechanics. So even though I told myself that I wouldn't change anything in the game idea document, the menu did have to change. One of the mockups that I made in paint.net was this. The songs were going to be viewed as if they were on a wheel, and the song info would be on the right, and there would be a grid in the background that moves down. After actually coding it and getting it to work, the display just wasn't appealing at all, and I decided to take a new approach, which are the songs being displayed in rows, with song data being displayed in the upper middle, and being able to move the selection around in a row-like manner. It makes it quicker to choose the songs, and it makes it easier to tell which songs are valuable to choose. There still are some things that I can do with this menu, and this menu would be very well scrapped for something new possibly, but for now I think that this is a lot better approach than the wheel idea. So as I said, I would talk about the beat detection algorithm some more. After the menu was done, I wanted to go back and test the beat detection algorithm again. I made a test state that would play a song and draw a circle in the window when the song came to a beat that the system detected, as you can see here. Though the beat detection was able to pick up beats that were mostly correct, it still wasn't good enough. As I said, the code used for the old beat detection was about the same algorithm that I made for Beat Tapper, which is based off of amplitude or volume. This means that if you were playing a really loud song, it couldn't pick up any beats, or at least not a lot, and the system paid no mind the different pitches either. The main fix for what the old algorithm lacked was something called the fast Fourier transform, or FFT for short. FFT can take a while to explain on what it does and could probably take up a whole video, but in short, it pretty much helps with getting the different pitches of a part of a song, which of course really helps with beat detection. And I've been thinking about this, so I'll probably make a separate video explaining this more, and maybe another tutorial series on how it's used in beat detection. But for now, that's all I can really say without using too much time for this video. In short, I wanted to fix all the problems that Beat Tapper had, and it meant doing some pretty hard work, but it definitely paid off. So finally, here's some songs being played and the program detecting beats for the song.